If you're one of the millions of people who are feeling discouraged by the housing market, this story is for you because I think it's important for you to hear it. So many people are frustrated because this housing market makes it seem like it's impossible to own a home. Yet, there are so many people who do own them. And how did that happen? Like, how did they buy a house? And most people are not willing to share publicly that they had a leg up of sorts when it came to buying their house. And I think it's important that people do so. Many people who own a home have generational wealth. Didn't have student loans. Their parents paid their down payment. Their parents co-signed their loan. Their parents actually bought the house and had the mortgage and transferred it to them later. The majority of people who own a home that I have met and talked to along the way have had some sort of assistance. There are people who truly just saved a ton of money, but many of them had a leg up in some ways. And here's the thing. If you're the kind of person who's kind of like me, who immediately goes to Zillow the second you find out where somebody lives and you figure out how much they paid, what the house looked like, the whole nine, you need to take your sleuthing out of Zillow and into the registry of deeds, because oftentimes once you get to the registry of deeds, you'll see that they don't actually have the mortgage in their name. It's their parents' mortgage and they just live there. And that happens all of the time. When I was in college, my best friend worked in housing. And so we met this kid and he was bragging about his new townhome. And we were like, how? How does he own this? How does he own this? Like, where did he get the money? And he was talking about how hard he worked and how he saved up his money. Lo and behold, if you check the registry of deeds, it's in his parents' name. He did not pay for that house. That mortgage is in their name. Okay? So here's the thing. You should feel discouraged because this market is like crazy, but also remind yourself that most people who do own a home, myself included, had some sort of leg up. I was lucky because my husband had a really large 401k because he'd been putting into it since he was 18 years old, and we borrowed against that in order to put a down payment on our first house. So, for context, most people who bought a home either got really good interest rates and or had some sort of assistance.